Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. This pain you're feeling right now, it means something. This isn't just suffering for the sake of suffering. This isn't just life being unfair. This is life talking to you. Pain is God's megaphone. It's the wake-up call. It's the stirring inside you that says you're still in the fight. Pain is a signal that growth is happening. It has meaning and purpose. When you're going through something hard, it's easy to think that it's pointless, unfair, or just bad luck. But the truth is, pain doesn't show up in your life without a reason. It's not just there to make you suffer, it's there to shape you. Every challenge, every heartbreak, every failure, these are not random events. They are moments of transformation. Think about it like this. When you go to the gym and push your body, your muscles ache not because they're breaking down forever, but because they're rebuilding stronger. That pain is part of the process. In the same way, emotional pain, disappointment, and frustration are signs that you're in the middle of change, in the middle of something that's trying to push you to grow. If everything in life were always easy, you'd never develop strength. You'd never know what you're really made of. A pain introduces you to your true self. It's uncomfortable, yes, but it's also revealing. It tells you where you're weak and where you're strong. It shows you what matters most. And sometimes it teaches you that you are aiming too small, settling too early, or depending too much on something outside of yourself. Pain demands attention. It forces you to stop and examine your life. It makes you reevaluate your goals, your relationships, and your path. It doesn't feel good, but it is good for you. The lessons you learn in pain are lessons you'll never forget. And the truth is, you'll thank the pain later because it meant you were still growing, still reaching, still alive. Pain is not the end of the road. It's the sign that something deeper is happening. And if you let it, it'll take you where comfort never could. Struggle is necessary. Success comes with pain, not without it. We live in a world that often glamorizes the end result. People love to celebrate the success, the fame, the wealth, the spotlight. But what they don't see, what most people overlook, is the long, painful road it took to get there. Behind every success story is a trail of broken dreams, sleepless nights, sacrifices, rejection, and no one gets to the top without taking some hits along the way. The truth is, there is no shortcut to success that avoids struggle. The two are inseparable. You want the reward, but you don't get to skip the process. And the process is messy. It's filled with doubt. It's filled with failure. It's filled with moments when you think about quitting. That's when most people give up, right when they're getting close. What separates those who succeed from those who don't isn't talent or luck. It's grit. It's the decision to keep moving forward when everything inside you wants to give up. Success demands something from you. It asks for your patience, your commitment, your endurance. If it came easy, everyone would have it, but it doesn't. That's why the struggle matters. That's why it's necessary, because it tests whether you're serious about your dreams. It teaches you discipline. It forces you to grow into the kind of person who can handle success when it finally comes. If you were handed everything without effort, you wouldn't know how to keep it. You wouldn't value it, but when you've paid for it in pain, when you've worked for it, when no one believed in you, when you've cried, failed, and gotten back up, that's when success means something. That's when it sticks. And that's when you realize the pain was part of the plan all along. Avoiding pain means avoiding progress. Face it, don't flee from it. In life, there's a natural urge to run from anything that hurts. We try to escape it, numb it, distract ourselves from it. But in doing that, we're also running from the very thing that could change us for the better. Growth doesn't happen in your comfort zone. It happens in the tough conversations, in the hard decisions, in the moments where you have to sit with your fear, your failure, and your frustration. If you want to go to the next level, there is no avoiding the discomfort. You can't level up without letting go, and letting go hurts. It might mean leaving behind a job that's safe but killing your spirit. It might mean ending a relationship that's familiar but toxic. It might mean pushing yourself into spaces where you feel small and unqualified. But every one of those painful steps is where your progress begins. Think about it. Every time you've grown, it's probably come after a moment where you were uncomfortable, uncertain, maybe even scared. That's not coincidence. That's how it works. Pain is part of the process. It forces you to become more resourceful, more focused, more resilient. When you avoid pain, you avoid the very lessons and experiences that could make you wiser, stronger, and more equipped to handle your future. You stay stuck. You stay the same. You never find out who you could have been because you chose comfort over challenge. But when you stop running, when you face it head on, something powerful happens. You begin to take ownership of your life. You stop reacting and start responding. You stop surviving and start building. Pain doesn't last forever, but the strength you gain from facing it, that will carry you for the rest of your life. He said, expend 4 key knots, 300 words without subheading and conclusion. ChatGPT said, pain is preparation for the breakthrough you've been praying for. So many times in life, we ask for more. We ask for the dream job, the relationship, the opportunity, the success. And when it doesn't show up right away, or when everything starts falling apart instead, we get discouraged. But what if the breaking is part of the making? What if the very pain you're experiencing is the answer to your prayer, but in a form you didn't expect? See, when you ask for strength, life doesn't just hand it to you. It gives you situations that build strength. When you ask for wisdom, life gives you failure and lessons. When you ask for growth, life takes you through situations that stretch you beyond what's comfortable. That's how you become the version of yourself that's ready for what's next. Preparation doesn't feel good in the moment. It's lonely. It's frustrating. Sometimes it's even humiliating, but it's necessary. You wouldn't trust an untrained pilot to fly your plane. So why would life hand you something you're not ready to handle? Your pain is proof that you're being prepared for something greater. Every tear, every setback, every sleepless night is part of your training ground. The pressure you're under isn't punishment. It's preparation. You are being refined, sharpened, molded into someone stronger, wiser, and more capable than ever before. You don't get to skip this part if you want the break to last when it arrives. Too many people pray for the breakthrough, but run from the process. Don't be one of them. Stand in the fire. Let it shape you. Because when the doors finally open, you'll walk through them not only ready, but grateful. And you'll know deep down that the pain wasn't in the way. It was the way. One day, this pain will be the reason for your strength and your story. Right now, it may feel like everything is falling apart. It may feel like no one sees your struggle, like the world just keeps moving while you're stuck in place. But what you don't realize is that every tear, every battle, every quiet moment where you chose to keep going, that's not wasted. That's building something in you. You might not see it today and you might not feel it tomorrow, but pain is planting the seeds of your strength. And in time, those seeds will grow. You'll look back on the very thing you thought would break you and realize it was shaping the strongest parts of you. The character you build in pain becomes the foundation of your confidence. The resilience you develop through hardship becomes the proof that you can handle whatever comes next. You'll walk into rooms and carry a quiet power, not because life was easy, but because you learned how to stand tall in the storm. And here's the thing, your story won't just be for you. Someone else out there is going to need to hear it. Someone who feels like they're drowning right now is going to see your survival and believe they can make it too. Your pain will become your testimony. Your scars will be proof that healing is possible. People don't connect to your perfection. They connect to your persistence. They connect to your honesty, your grit, your journey. So don't be ashamed of your pain. Own it. Let it turn into strength, and then let that strength turn into impact, because one day soon you'll be telling your story and it'll sound like victory. Not in spite of the pain, but because of it.